What if I told you that you could fit this entire motorcycle camping setup, that is chair, tent, cook setup, pillow, sleeping pad, and a quilt slash sleeping bag, all into this backpack? Well, this is our Moto Camp Nerd Ultimate Ultra Compact Moto Camping Kit. I'm gonna walk you through every single piece, but first, let me show you how it all fits in this backpack. Sleeping bag slash quilt, tent, chair, cook set, pillow, sleeping pad, and the air inflator for the mattress. Watch as I make it all disappear into this bag. Tent first, it's the biggest thing. This is the Moscow Wildcat 25, by the way. So a 25-liter backpack. There you go, ready to roll. So we're back home now, and I brought the backpack, and I just want to run down what's in this ultimate super compact moto camping kit for you. I will link everything in the description if you want to check out like all the detailed stats and specs, but I just kind of want to talk about each item in the kit so you can get some idea what it is and why we picked it. So this is the same backpack, same stuff is inside it. I'm just going to open it up and take the items out one at a time. And on top is, this is the Nemo Moonlight camp chair, and it is significantly smaller than any other camp chair that I have used. There's two versions of this. There's this one and there's the Elite, I believe it is. It's an upgraded one. It has a different name. But this one goes up to 300 pounds. The other is a little lighter, but it only does 250 pounds. So not only is this a compact camp chair, but it is incredibly sturdy, all aluminum construction, and it's very comfortable. So it has replaced my mica basin in my kit, and it is the smallest camp chair we offer. So great piece of kit right here. And this is a new addition to my setup, but this is the Big Agnes Rapide SL, and this is their smallest packing sleeping pad. This is a 25 by 72. You can get a narrower one, a 20-inch, but I can't even turn over on a 20-inch, so 25 is kind of the minimum for me. But this is a very comfy pad, very thick, packs down super small. This is the size of a tall can of Coors Light, or as I like to call them, a correct size can. And it has a really good R value, so not only is it lightweight and small packing, but it will keep you warm and insulated from the ground. This is the Xped widget pump. And you don't need a pump, you don't have to have a mattress pump, and we have even smaller ones than this. But I like this one because it is the most multi-purpose, because it also functions as a tent light and you can charge your phone off of it, and it doesn't take up a ton of space. And then for sleeping bag, this is the Sea to Summit Ember Down 30. This is a quilt, which means it packs down much smaller than a sleeping bag, but it goes all the way down to freezing temperatures and below. And it's a unique quilt because it wraps around your pad. So if you don't like quilts because they feel kind of minimal because you're on top of the pad and it's possible for air to get in underneath it, this is a lot more like a sleeping bag once you have it set up properly with all the straps running underneath your pad. And it'll keep you super warm, and it is smaller than a decent-sized cantaloupe or a softball if I were to compress it down even more. And there's room to do that. This is just as small as the stuff sack it comes with goes, but very small packing, very comfortable sleeping quilt, sleeping bag, whatever you want to call it. This thing is amazing. I've used it on the whole Idaho BDR. It was fantastic. This tiny thing is the Nemo Pillow Elite Wide. So this isn't even the smallest pillow they have. And this thing is super comfortable. Packs down incredibly small. It weighs nothing. You gotta have a pillow. People say pillows are a luxury, but when it takes up this much space, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. You could easily pack two. I like to have two pillows when I'm sleeping in camp, but if you're just gonna do one for the sake of the complete kit, we like the Nemo Pillow Elite. I can't believe how small this thing is. And as far as cook set, I'm a big fan of the Jetboil setups. They're fantastic, but if you wanna go a little bit more minimal, this is the Maxi Pot. This is a titanium pot, and it's actually, what's cool about this is, not only is it small packing and incredibly light, the pot itself, but there's another. This could be your coffee cup. If you don't want to carry a coffee cup, this works for just cooking a smaller amount of something. You can, boil a smaller amount of water in this. It gives you versatility, and it takes up no extra space. And we've got the MSR Pocket Rocket Stove, which fits perfectly in here, along with a can of fuel, and I just have a neck gaiter in there to keep it all from rattling around, scraping everything up. This is the most compact cook setup that we sell. Use this on the Idaho BDR2. Very happy with it. Very compact, very useful, and very lightweight. And finally, the piece de resistance, as they say. This is the Big Agnes Copper Spur 2 bike packing tent. This is the new version that only a few retailers got, and Moto Camp Nerd is one of them. I made a full overview video of this tent and the changes and the pros and cons, in my opinion, of this particular tent setup, but they've added this dry bag, which makes packing it even better, and it keeps everything else in your luggage, or backpack in this case, from getting wet if your tent is wet. And it's just more compact, easier to set up, a more waterproof and lightweight tent than it was before. So big fan of this. And you can throw it in your backpack, but it comes with these polyvinyl straps. So you could also just strap it to your luggage. It's a bike packing tent, so it's supposed to go on your handlebars. I don't know if you do that on a motorcycle, but lots of options for where you can put this if you're not putting it in a piece of luggage. It's the smallest packing, or one of the smallest packing tents we have. Super roomy inside, easily room for you and your gear. I used the previous version of this on the Idaho BDR. This one's even better than that, and I've been nothing but happy with that setup. So as you can see, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items here, 8 if you count the Pocket Rocket Stove. And it all fits. This is a 25-liter backpack, and I had room to spare, probably at least 5 liters to spare in this backpack. So if you're looking for a minimal-sized setup, this is the smallest packing full camp setup that we have. It's not the lightest setup you can get, but on a motorcycle, weight matters, but not as much as it does with backpacking. Like I don't stress about ounces the way that backpackers do. I worry more about pack size, but when you get smaller packing stuff, it tends to be lighter too, just because there's less of it. I know, science. This is also one of our lightest packing kits. In fact, let me put it all back in the backpack and let's weigh it. I'll tell you how much the whole thing weighs, even with the backpack. Filming packing it so that you don't think I snuck some stuff out or whatever. If you're the suspicious type, some people are. That's fine. Be suspicious. Don't 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 be suspicious. Okay, well, this setup is not going to allow me to show you the screen, so you're just going to have to trust me. So I put it back in the bag just because it makes it easier to keep it all in one place, but also because your luggage is going to have some weight, so this kind of approximates that. Hold on, let me try to set it up. This has got to be, okay. 14, 13, so it's actually 15 pounds. So 15 pounds of gear with the luggage, still pretty damn good. That's awesome. I'm going to link every piece of this in the description, and you're going to see this gear in the camping videos on my channel, because this kit being so compact, it still doesn't require me to give up any luxury. It's as comfortable, and I can cook as easily. Like that chair is the biggest luxury I carry, and this one's so small you don't even really notice it added to it. The space you save with the smaller tent and the smaller cook set and the smaller sleeping pad more than makes room for the chair. So 15 pounds, full setup. Links in the description to every single piece at Moto Camp Nerd. And while you're there, why don't you check out the world's most carefully curated selection of motorcycle camping gear. Every single piece of gear on the site is selected specifically to meet the needs of motorcycle campers. We test and vet every single piece of gear that we sell because we're motorcycle campers ourselves, and we want to make sure that you have the best experience possible, because our goal at Moto Camp Nerd is to help you pack small so you can camp easy.